gone. I mean, he did score against Newcastle. We're saying he's had one bad week. Maybe it's too rushed. You probably, with a few games coming up, maybe give him the benefit of the doubt. He is still in like the top sort of
he was unlucky.
15. So.
They had a goal ruled out, didn't they, VAR, and it was a great ball in the box from Maddison. He takes their free kick. So that would be the only argument, I think, to keep Maddison in. Because when they do score, I think Maddison is still their key playmaker, right?
Yeah.
He's the Kevin De Bruyne of that.
And he's in the top 15. He's the 14th most profitable points player.
Right.
He's only 7.7 million. Not bad. He's still not bad. Okay, guys, so that's the top of the table. You've heard how Sean the John McGinn fanboy took it away from Captain Russ. Captain Russ is struggling. He hit a 48, far below the average for the game week, which was 57. Ricky Pellegrini, yourself, mate, unfortunately, you only hit a 47, one less than Captain Russ. You have maintained third position. Where did it all go wrong?
Just about. I mean, Aubameyang, I have to start with him. I think a lot of people who were watching the weekend games, obviously it was the first game, it was the early kick-off. It was a big disappointment because, I mean, to start with, Aubameyang, scored a great goal, great link-up play with Lacazette. Aubameyang was actually playing on the left wing, which he did the last game as well. He was captain of the side. I feel like Arteta, as I was referring to last week, is kind of building the team around Aubameyang. Because I think he is their best player, right? And he's that's why he's got 14 or so goals this season. Long story short, that tackle, horrendous.
Yeah, it was horrendous. It really was despicable.
Horrendous.
He could have broken...
He could have broke his ankle. Horrendous. There's no excuse, like... You hear about the strikers tackle, make bad, they can't tackle, and like Scholes used to do for Man United week in, but that wasn't even a strikers tackle. That was just a horrendous. It was nasty.
I have to admit, I would defend him in the fact that I don't think he didn't go in like he meant to. He just went with such a nonchalant foot, and it was such a. It was just terrible.
Yeah, it was
terrible tackle.
Clumsy tackle as well.
And he deserved to go for it. And,
absolutely.
But when your fantasy weekend starts like that, and your main man who scored the goal, he's about to get 3 bonus points. He comes in with a tackle like that. You're literally looking at it like, I'm going to have a bad week.
Yeah, exactly.
And you transpired that you did.
We look at the bonus points. Who's like scoring the most in the Opta stat? And Aubameyang, like you say, he was on for the 3 points. He was the best player on the pitch, I would say. Arsenal were just generally playing well. It's never easy to go away to Crystal Palace either. Roy Hodgson always looks very organised, but he ruined the game for Arsenal.
He did, yeah. And the problem is that he then also got a bonus point, which I think is completely wrong. If you get sent off for a tackle like that,
you should lose your bonus point.
Everything should be stripped. You shouldn't be getting a bonus point. Patrick Vieira, were you and Baby Raheem watching this?
I did. I saw the highlights. Yeah,
you saw the tackle, didn't you?
Yeah, very bad tackle.
Very bad. And did Baby Raheem agree?
Oh, he loved the tackle, baby.
Dirty Baby Raheem. You're grounded.
Eating his mince pies.
Baby Raheem. But so Aubameyang just screwed me up, and like I say, that set the tone for me of the weekend.
You captained Vardy.
I did, I did, as well as about 1.5 million others.
And we're going to see a massive outflow this week. I think we will see a massive shift from Vardy captain to Aguero captain.
Yes, I agree.
Whether that's right or not, and I might do the reverse actually, but I think that's what we'll see.
Yeah, and the only reason I think not everyone will go for it is going back to the Pep rotation policy. Yeah. But what was interesting, he played Jesus up front with him as well.
He did,
He dropped Sterling, which was obviously one of the best players in the Fantasy Premier League last season. We all raved about, but this season Raheem's out of favour. Baby Raheem.
I wonder if he'll come back in for Mahrez though. Mahrez is in form, and I'm tempted with Mahrez, but it's one of those where it's quite a high likelihood that Sterling might come back in. But Mahrez is on form right now.
Brilliant. The last 4 or 5 game weeks, he's like almost double figures every game week, and I think he's going to be highly transferred in as well. There's just always that caution, I think, with every Fantasy Premier League manager about the rotation. Kevin De Bruyne, he's going to play pretty much every game, right? So he's like a safe bet. But
Mahrez, 7 goals and 9 assists this season. That's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah,
and he's got more points for you than Maddison would have got.
And compared to his minutes as well, because he hasn't actually played every game, has he?
He's only in 6% of teams.
So that set the tone for the weekend. I went for Vardy as captain. Jimenez really disappointed me. I thought at home he's done really well at Molineux Stadium.
Wolves disappointed me.
He's been consistent at home, but they just are not scoring enough goals. They're not really doing it. Wolves.
And you had the double. You had the Traore
as well. Yeah, I was expecting good things against.
They need to go for it a bit more. Like they're at home against Newcastle. This is a game that they need to win.
In front of their home fans. I brought Perez in. So Perez was the one because I thought he had actually played well the last few weeks. He, nicked a couple of goals.
And he did well against Southampton in the reverse fixture in that 9-0. He got a hat-trick.
He did.
So there's a bit of thinking there. But that's where you've lost 3 there. You had the 3 Leicester boys, Sionchu, Perez, Vardy. They lost to Southampton. Then you had the 2 Wolves guys. They drew with Newcastle. Didn't do enough. So all of a sudden, with Aubameyang then going,
my eggs were in
Sonia.
1 or 2 baskets there, really. Coupled with the fact that the Aubameyang would have already gone through. But yeah, it was De Bruyne that kind of saved my grace a little bit because he got the 9 points, so that he was the highest scoring player on my team. But yeah,
and then you had Mane and Alexander Arnold, and obviously Liverpool played Spurs. It was a tight game. Jose did try and stifle them. By saying that, they hit the post in the first minute. They looked okay, Liverpool. They always looked in control, I thought, until last 15 minutes. Tottenham could have got 2 goals.
Yeah,
so
MVD,
they weren't in control at that point.
I know MVD sent a few notes in, but just to pick out one quote from MVD over the weekend. He's just saying they're learning to grind results out, Liverpool.
Yes,
even if they're not playing, not dominating possession, they're not getting down the flanks as much as they would like to, but they're learning to grind results out.
And Firmino brought it to the table. He got a great goal. Just not enough goals.
Everyone tells you to stay away from him. Last couple of weeks, he's done well, right?
Yeah,
he has the last couple of weeks.
Expensive. He's like what? Is he 9 million?
It's more. I think it's more that if you're going to go Mane, Salah, or Firmino, and we've had this chat before. It's like if they only get 3-4 goals, more likely, in my opinion, that Salah or Mane are going to get 2 of them. Firmino might add in with 1. Until this little run that he's on, he's hit a nice vein of form.
Yeah,
he hadn't scored for quite a considerable amount of time.
He's a bit of a gamble, isn't he? If you've got him in your FPL team.
He is a bit of a gamble. I'll add listener Marty, he's got him up top. Shout out to Marty, hope you're doing well, mate. Beat me this week, little bugger. But Firmino
doesn't play for Arsenal, mate.
He does not play for Arsenal, but they wish he did. He scored 7 goals this season, that's what I was trying to get at. So not too bad. Anyway, guys, we best crack on. Still a bit to get through.
Next in the league, we've got NVD. Yeah, he got 54 points this week. The most points he had coming from Rashford. Good shout. United on fire!
Yeah.
Wow, about time they had a performance and a performance.
We did play Norwich. Right? Norwich bottom of the table. We called it last week, right? Norwich had let in the most goals in the Premiership.
Yep.
You put Rashford captain contender. NVD didn't go for him as captain, though.
He went for 40. He followed everyone else, and he didn't pay off. But Rashford, 12 points for you. Great performance for him, and good shout there. You got the 2 goals, the 3 bonus points, and that was all despite only playing 58 minutes. So you didn't even get 2 points for breaking the 60-minute mark.
So,
is he? What sort of knock was it?
It was. I think it was only a slight knock. I would say.
Just someone went into the side of him or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'd be out. But worth looking at. The game has got him.
It's 75% chance.
75, so he may be back.
Jorginho.
Yeah, he got him 9 points for
off
NVD.
The bench. Because Rico didn't play, so Jorginho came in 9 points.
He got a goal, 1 bonus point, and the clean sheet for the Chelsea midfielder there.
Saviour.
I didn't see any of the Chelsea game, but 3-0, was it an impressive showing?
Yeah, Chelsea did well. Looks good again, Abraham, because obviously he scored.
Yeah.
Willian, I took him out my team and put Perez in, of course, as soon as I
saw that was your chance for this week.
Oh my God.
He got the assist.
It just weren't going right, was it? It just weren't meant to be. But yeah, Willian did really well. He actually looked, again, very attacking.
I do think Burnley are a poor team, though. I think when Burnley come up against the better teams in the league, they seem to obliterate. They're really good at grinding out a result against those there around them when you launch the ball into Chris Wood. But when you play teams that are much better at defending, they just don't really...
You know what? Leicester are playing Burnley.
Yeah.
At Burnley's ground.
Yeah.
This weekend. So that's going to be
I think
true...
we'll have to jump into that second half because then that will make that statement right or not.
So then below...
But NVD did get lucky with that Jorginho. I've got to call that out. He's consolidated 4th thanks to him jumping in.
He was breathing down my neck, and it was only because of De Bruyne. He hasn't got De Bruyne, so that was the only way that I kept a little bit of a gap.
There's 20 points ahead.
20 points there,
he's on 12 or 6.
20 behind Ricky Pellegrini. Below NVD last week it was yours truly. It's no longer. I've got guys. I'm slipping down the league.
Where
To
are you
be
going,
honest-
Jimmy? We can't even see you
To be
anymore.
honest, you got a
Sausage
solid
Burner took
60
me.
points this
Sausage
week.
Burner took me, but Sausage Burner got 79.
Yeah.
He had Rashford as captain, he had Martial in the team,
Cheeky
and he had
bugger.
Dendoncker that came in off the subs bench.
For 10 points for
So
the
he got
Donker.
79. I got.
Dendoncker?
Yeah.
I
I don't know where he got this one from.
Did he start Dendoncker?
No, on his bench.
Sterling
And Sterling didn't play.
Donkey, mate, came in, got 10
Donkey,
bloody
Mr.
donkey
Donkey, he's
points.
got massive donkey.
He
Got
got a.
swinging it around, mate, with the 10 point. Massive right foot.
Do you know Dendonker's in 10% of teams?
I was massively disappointed,
Is
lad.
that, is
So-
There's 10% of teams at 4.4 million.
He's so cheap. I
cheap option.
started the season with him. I think a lot of people did because he was cheap. And he was
Park him on your bench.
So, lads,
Why not?
I'm going to rein it in. I am down now in 7th position.
What happened this
Scaled,
week? You went a bit left-wing captain in De Bruyne there. You had the right
I did
idea.
captain De
back
Bruyne,
City,
which
but
wasn't bad.
man,
You actually
Didn't
got
go
60
Vardy.
points. Yeah,
I
you
did
got
all
60
right.
points.
I think, I'm above the
fair.
average, but the average was 57 this week. And I think the one thing I would say, my secret weapon, and I said last week, I've got a secret weapon, guys. I've got a differential. He's only in 2.8%. I went for Delafeu with Watford. They won 3-0.
It's the wrong
I got
guy,
the wrong
though,
player,
right?
mate.
Wrong one,
To be
yeah.
fair, did you watch the game? The
I
Watford
did.
game?
He had 2 good chances.
He should have scored. To be fair,
It's ifs or buts. He
we'll
wasn't close
come
enough.
to it in the second stage. But Troy Deeney, wow, how much effort he puts in.
Called
He
him
was
out
on
last week, and you told
fire.
me that was-
He doesn't look like a footballer, does he?
He
looks
was-
like he's knackered. all
by
the time,
60
but he's
minutes.
so
He
good.
was
Yeah.
knackered, but the
He
way
can
he
hit the ball.
strifled that
Yeah.
ball into the
He
net,
smacked
wow.
it, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you heard the listeners,
And he almost scored again.
I'm down in 7th, and probably heard me giving a bit of advice already. I'm not qualified any longer to give advice, so don't listen to anything I've
You're
been
not
saying.
that far off of 5th and 4th, to be fair, Jimmy. You'll be
I'm
back
still
in
in.
there. You'll be
I'm
back
still in
the
it.
run.
I mean, overall, though, I'm now out of the top 100,000 as well. So I'm not very happy, guys. Not very happy. Still in the top 400. I know 300.
That's in England, mate, not in total.
In the top 360.
Top 1.1 million.
I'm in the top 1.1 million. I'll brush the.
And then
Brush my shoulders.
down the bottom
be
there
back
we've
up
got not a bad week for you, 61 points. Patrick Vieira, are you
But you
gaining
are
some
ninth,
ground?
Patrick. You're below Matty Lawless
I
still.
know,
He's in 8th.
but I've been ninth
Back
for
now.
most of the
Relegation
season.
scrap.
And you are what? You're 20. Is that 20 or is that 30, Sean? 31 points.
31, mate.
Thanks, Mr. Maths. 31 points behind.
You know what? He's got a good team,
But
though, Vieira.
I'm chipping away.
Let's have a quick look. Let's have a.
What was your
in-depth
transfer
look
this
at
week?
Vieira's
You
team.
I brought in,
took out Dele Alli and brought in Richarlison?
Yeah, and he's my
That was a great shout.
my player at the moment. He's the one.
10
Richarlison's
points for
on
him.
form.
He got
Yeah.
another goal, 2 bonus points.
And
You've
you know,
got
I wasn't
Greenwood up top.
brave enough to captain him, and I went for the sort of safe, what I thought was a safer bet, Vardy.
And
but-
you put Greenwood in front of Moutinho, and that is a very brave choice because Greenwood, doesn't always start the games, but he scored 5 points, so fair play.
And
But
Martinez got 6.
No, I was trying to be nice.
my strategy there is that I think my strategy there is
less is more.
I think
Less is
Greenwood's
more.
on like a great player. Once he's on, he scores a
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah,
And if
he
he-
can nick a goal.
So if he doesn't play, then my
True.
sub will then
Yes.
come in.
If Greenwood
And you
hadn't
bench-
played the whole, it's good. That's a good idea.
Benched Aurier as well, which is a good shout.
I hate that
because
guy.
He only got.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of him.
Quick question on Moutinho. 7 assists so far this season. Not a bad little player. One goal,
one to
7
watch out
assists.
for.
It used to be Neves, wasn't it? Neves last year who did really well. And
Moutinho is
Moutinho
5.4
seems to be-
million?
He seems to be the main man.
5.4 million, owned by 6% of teams.
Again,
And where is he overall in the terms of standings? Is he
Wolves don't
just not
score
enough?
They've got a
goals.
few difficult games coming up. Southampton away, and then they've got Liverpool, Man United, and Leicester. All in
He's,
a row.
he's not
so.
bad, but he hasn't got. Even
Wolves?
Traore's got more points than him. I mean, I say even Traore, he looks a lot more dangerous, Traore. But Patrick Vieira, that in-depth look at your team, though, I mean, what I do like about your team is you're talking about being at the bottom of the table, you've got to get some differentials and change it a little bit. I see Van Dijk, not many people in the league have him, he does score occasionally. And then Richarlison and Greenwood, I think it's not bad. You've got Ingsy up front.
It's like we were chatting before, but to try and get myself off the bottom, I've got to pick these players that other people don't have, so I can get those points.
Differentials, yeah.
So
Definitely.
that's what I'm trying to do. and
I
it's-
think the Richarlison shout is a good one, actually. I've been thinking about him because the last few weeks, since
In bed.
Ancelotti has come in,
Yeah, every
whilst
night.
in bed every
Before he-
But I digress. But
Give me some of that.
Pellegrini, be our manager. No, but he's done well.
8 goals, 4 assists.
Everton in general have done pretty well since Ancelotti come in.
Well, 8 goals, 4 assists, not bad. He isn't a bad player.
And they've got a pretty easy lineup in the next 3 or 4 games.
They do.
West
Everton.
Ham,
West Ham,
Well, you don't know that
at
one,
the
but-
London Stadium.
Okay.
Newcastle at home.
Excellent, gents. That rounds out where we are then, everyone, in terms of standings. One last thing to do in the first half before we go to the